morning, it's Friday, September 11th, 2020. I'm Jess, along with the rest of the FTV crew. On the schedule today, it's Sam and AJ again. Today it's Patriot Day. It's almost been 2 decades since the event, and although time and technology and events since then have also shaped our nation, we will not forget the day or the lives lost.
The Oakcrest Air Force JROTC Color Guard will be supporting 2 upcoming 9/11 memorial events. On Friday, today, they'll be leading the procession that arrives at the Mays Landing Memorial Park at 7 p.m. And on Saturday, they will be at the Galloway Township's Veterans Memorial Park at 11 a.m. for a similar ceremony.
Just over 7 months ago, no one in the U.S. had a confirmed case of COVID-19. The U.S. has now topped 6 million cases of coronavirus, which killed over 183,000 people and left many young adults with long-term problems. But there is still a bit of good news. As a nation, we are clearly doing better now in early September than we were on the first day of August. While many Americans are fed up with this pandemic and some have left their guard down, especially when spending time with their friends or family. But that's the opposite of what needs to happen. White House Coronavirus Task Force Coordinator Dr. Deborah Birx says there is still a fatigue at this distancing, but we also have gotten a little more used to it and need to keep the attitude of safety first. Today we look at the vigilance of others and their commitment to their work. Healthcare workers have been vocal in the news since COVID, but workers at a hospital in Louisiana stayed behind to do their jobs due to Hurricane Laura to care for all the babies in the neonatal intensive care unit. 14 nurses, 2 nurse practitioners, and 3 respiratory therapists stayed and watched over 19 babies through the storm. Some of the babies were born premature and some were on respirators and ventilators. There was no air conditioning. When the winds got so bad we had to move our patients into the hallways. Staff were sleeping in the hallways with their patients, said one of the administrators. Through the night, one healthcare worker posted updates about babies on his Facebook page, knowing it was the easiest way to calm the fears of many of the parents. The babies were doing better than all of us, they wrote. The hospital is currently in process of transferring all the babies to other hospitals after hurricane knocked out all the water supply, but they are all well. One thing 9/11 showed America is that when things are at their worst, people can be at their finest. And today, the country protesting and people on edge due to COVID and financial unrest, it is always something to see that despite it all, humans have an amazing resolve to be their very best.
At the beginning of the week, we spoke about how 2 softball players from Oakcrest are going to Australia to compete, along with their coach, Miss Delarenga. Well, they're selling t-shirts, and the money goes to both Abigail Tunney and Madison Pell to help them fundraise their trip. So get on a shirt. They're $24 and it goes to a great cause.
And sometimes people don't know how much they are cared for and looked after, but there are always people out there to help us through the worst of storms. If you are finding these times rough and need someone to talk to, there are numbers you can call or people you can speak to. Just speak up.
Be strong enough to stand alone. smart enough to know when you need help and brave enough to ask for it.
One week down and 39 more to go. So for everyone here, have a great weekend.